Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I just wanted to come on and do kind of a little, like chatty video, I guess. Sorry, I'm on my bed and I'm trying to get comfortable here. So I wanted to do something a little different. I've seen a few videos like this, but I haven't seen very many. And since I'm newer to YouTube, I kind of wanted to, put this out there and just do something a little different. I don't want to only do wrap-ups and TBRs and that kind of thing, unboxings, all that. I want to do something a little different. And kind of, so one of the reasons why I wanted to do YouTube was to kind of push myself out of my comfort zone. This isn't something that I'm used to doing, something I've ever done before. I'm usually a very shy person. I don't like to be the center of attention. I'm very introverted, so just to talk in front of a camera was something that I never thought that I would do. And I just, even like the sound of my voice is just weird to me. And so I had a hard time even getting myself to begin a video. So the fact that I'm doing this now is a huge step. So I don't want to become comfortable and complacent. I want to continue to kind of push myself out of my comfort zone and kind of past my limits. So I'm going to do something a little bit different, kind of a little chatty video. I want to talk about my initial thoughts on Booktube. So honestly, I haven't been watching Booktube for very long. I didn't even know it existed. I wish I had known that this was a thing years ago, because as we've all seen by now, obviously I'm doing this because I love to read. And that's always been something that I didn't really know very many people who kind of shared that passion with me. I'm lucky my little brother loves to read, and so we share that, but he, life happens and things get busy and he doesn't read as much anymore. So now we geek out about Marvel and Star Wars and things, but not so much about reading anymore. So it's not something that I ever really had a lot of people to discuss and talk about with. So I wish that I had known about this years ago. But I just found out about Booktube in the last year, maybe, and it took me that long to convince myself to do this. So like I said, I just want to do kind of an initial little recap, initial, kind of getting my thoughts and feelings out there now that I've been doing this for, a month. Still a little new, a little baby, in this whole thing, but so I just wanted to give my perspective, since I am new to this and I do have fresh eyes and a new perspective. So just kind of what I've learned now that I'm kind of on the other side of it. Now I'm not just a consumer, but now I'm a creator, and just kind of what I've seen. And like I said, my initial thoughts. So I have some notes. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking down at my notes. I'm not really going to separate this into like sections or anything. It's not going to be too formal, just kind of me talking about different things. I just kind of pulled up, the notes at my phone and just jotted down the, first things that came to me. And then I'll just kind of talk through those. So the first thing that I want to say, first and foremost, is thank you to anybody who's watching this video, and to those of you who have subscribed. Again, I'm not known in the Booktube community. I have 17 subscribers, and I am thankful to all 17 of you. And subscriber count and all that is something I'll get to in a little bit, but the biggest thing that I want to say is that this community has already been so amazing. Everybody has been so friendly, between here and Instagram and Goodreads and just all these things. I haven't met one person who has had one mean, or nasty or whatever thing to say yet. Everybody's been so friendly and so nice, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate all of you who commented on my first video, made me feel great and gave me such inspiration and kind of drive to continue. So I appreciate that so much. And again, all 17, 18 of you, however many there are now, subscribers, I thank you for that. And I hope you're getting these videos. I'm new, so I'm still learning. That's another point, is that there are a lot more components to YouTube than I realized. And so the algorithm, or however it works for you to be able to see these videos, I don't understand any of that. I'm just kind of posting and hoping you see it. So I don't know if maybe that's wrong, and maybe that's a stupid way to do it, but I'm learning as I go. So maybe that'll be something that I focus here in the next month and kind of figure out. But right now I'm just kind of posting, hoping everybody sees it. So that's my next point. I didn't realize how many components there are to this. It's not just recording, it's kind of figuring out a schedule. You know, if you're gonna do something, you want to do it well. So trying to figure out a schedule, trying to figure out how many times a week you want to post, what you want to post, not just going into it blind. And I think that's something that I need to work on, is getting more of a schedule. I have 2 blogs that I run. I have one that's kind of just a personal blog. I talk about different lifestyle things and faith, and I do post book reviews and wrap-ups and stuff on there also. And then I have a Disney-themed blog that I write. And so I have a schedule for those. So I need to work Booktube into that schedule and figure out kind of a writing schedule. Something that I've been trying is batch recording. I think that would work well for me, so that I kind of have the videos already recorded, and then I just kind of need to edit them and upload them when I'm ready. So that's something I'm trying. I just recorded a little segment for a reading vlog that I'm working on a little while ago, and now I'm recording this, and then last night I did the unboxing of my owl crate. So I'm trying to get kind of, like I said, more of a schedule and kind of try batching and see how that works for me. So it's not just recording, it's editing, it's figuring out the right title for a video and the description and a thumbnail, and then brainstorming different video ideas, so it's not just the same thing all the time. And then there's also, being a part of the community, just posting videos and creating content doesn't make you, that's not the only thing that makes you a part of the community. I want to get engaged in other people's channels, commenting and liking and being a part of the conversation, and making friends and being an active part of the community. So that plays a big part in it too. And then there's actually reading books. If I want to have a Booktube channel, then I have to have books to talk about. So I guess, like I said, I didn't realize just how much, how many steps there were, and just everything that needed to go into making a single video. So that's something that I'm kind of learning and wrapping my mind around. And like I said, I'm trying to work on a schedule. I love planners and to-do lists and journals and all that. So I'm working on incorporating YouTube and the different steps and the different things that need to be done into my daily schedule and into my planner and my to-do list, so that I hit those things and I can kind of break it down into bite-sized chunks and little steps, so I'm not trying to do everything at one time. So again, that's something that I'm kind of learning and working on. Another aspect, I guess, that I hadn't really considered maybe, or just something that I've noticed, I guess, and something that I've heard other people talk about that can kind of contribute to getting burnt out, is the feeling that you kind of need to be on when you're going to do a video. So your hair needs to be done, makeup needs to be done, pick out an outfit. And I know not everybody does it that way. I do follow some other channels, not necessarily only Booktube channels, but just channels in general, where they talk about, if I know that I have a work meeting today and I know my hair and makeup are going to be done, then that's the day I should batch video, because, batch record a bunch of videos, because I'll be on and I'll be ready and I'll be presentable and all these things. So that's something I've been thinking about. I do work in an office, so most days I'm kind of business casual. I try to have my makeup and hair done, because I do work in an office and I want to look presentable, but some days I just don't feel like it. And so trying to figure out that, and do I really care? And, I don't know, I guess working through that, I guess. And just, I guess, finding out what I want to do and what is me, and not just trying to emulate somebody else. So then there's other parts. It's not just YouTube. There's, like I said, you need to actually read, and then there's reviews, whether it's Goodreads or NetGalley, and then there's, arcs. I see so many other, booktubers talking about this arc and that arc, and showing their book mail and all these arcs that they've received, and feeling like I need to be doing that, and how do I get to that level? And I think that's the biggest thing. That's one of my biggest kind of takeaways, I guess, or something that I've been working on the most the last few weeks, is not comparing myself to other people. I need to remember that there are people who have been doing this for so much longer than I have, and who have been a part of this community, been a voice in this community for so much longer. So of course they're going to have more subscribers and more views, and rightly so, they deserve it. But it's hard not to compare yourself, and I think we all know that. So that's something that I've been working through the last few weeks. Anytime you start anything, I mean, not everyone, but if you're like me, then the self-doubt creeps in, and the thoughts, and I'm not good enough. Oh, well, it's been a month and I only have 17 subscribers. I put these effort into these videos and they've gotten 1 or 2 views. All these, and again, that could be this algorithm thing, or however YouTube, the powers that be, decide who sees what videos. It could be that. It might not be me. But those thoughts do come into play. So trying to figure out, what can I do to get more subscriptions? What can I do to get more views on these videos? And how can I keep from comparing myself and getting down on myself? Because obviously that's not something that I ever want to do. And I don't want to discredit what the other people have done or what they have, because they deserve it. Following, for example, Melanie, Mel to the Annie, it's her channel. She's amazing and I love her and I love watching her videos. She has so many subscribers. I honestly don't know the number, but she has tons. But she's also, she hasn't been on Booktube for very long, but she's had her Goodreads account. I just watched a video, I think she's had for like 10 years or something, and I'm sure she's had her Bookstagram forever. And she, again, she deserves every one of those followers, or subscribers. Her her videos are amazing, and she is great at this. And there are others. A quart of I'm sorry, Amy, I always forget the name of your channel. I want to say it's a Quart of Quills and Crowns, I think. She's super sweet. We've talked a few times through DM. Same thing, she deserves every one of her subscribers, every one of her followers on Instagram. It's just hard not to focus on those numbers. I know that it's not supposed to just be about the numbers. I get that. And it's just kind of switching that perspective and reminding myself of that. So that's something that I'm working on. And then, same thing, Instagram, that's another component of this. Working through Instagram, getting followers on Instagram, and making sure that I have enough content. So that's something that I'm trying to work into my daily schedule also, is Instagram. And then, working so many other ideas and goals that I have, not just for the channel or my Instagram, but, I would love to start an Etsy and sell, bookish type products, and just trying to figure out what exactly that means and what that looks like. I'm not the most artistic person in the world. I can't draw. I wish that I could do hand lettering. It's something that I want to learn. But, it's finding my niche, I guess, and what I am good at making. Maybe I'm not good at drawing, but maybe I'm good at something else. So kind of testing things out and finding the right thing for me. And so I think I may have found that. I'm hoping to maybe start doing some bookish products that I'm going to be promoting here, and maybe on my Instagram account. So hopefully you guys will like those. But that's something that I would love to do. That's a huge goal for me, is to be able to work for myself, be able to work from home. My husband and I are trying to have a baby. We've been trying to conceive for the last almost 2 years. So I would love to eventually be able to stay home, and as much as I love my job, I'd love to be able to stay home and work from home and create my own products and work for myself. So that's a goal I have, and then there's trying to decide exactly what I want this channel to be. I want to produce bookish content, obviously, but do I want to include other things? I love Disney. We're going to be going to Disneyland here in a month. Do I want to include that? Do I want to do vlogs? Do I want to do lifestyle type videos? Do I want to do videos about our TTC journey? Do I want it to just be a booktube channel? Am I pushing, I don't know if pushing is the right word, but am I pushing away potential subscribers because I am talking about other things and not just booktube, or vice versa? Am I limiting myself if I only talk about booktube? So just different ideas I have for the channel, and the other pages I run. Like I said, I have 2 other blogs that I like, that that I love running, that I have a little bit of an audience built up, and I have a Facebook group, and then just trying to find the time to balance all of these things. I work a full-time job, and again, my husband and I are trying to conceive, so that takes time. And spending time with family and finding the time to read and to, keep my house from looking a mess and getting in some exercise. And it's just so many things and components and things that need to be done each and every day, and just finding the time to do it. And I am not the type of person who can go to sleep at 2 o'clock in the morning and wake up at 5 or 6. I can't do it. I have to have, good 7 hours of sleep or I'm just dead. Right now I look super tired, and that is because my dog woke me up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I couldn't go back to sleep. So this is what I would look like all the time if I never got to sleep. So that just doesn't work for me. So again, it's just finding that time. And then, the financial part of it. I want to be able to do unboxings, and that requires subscriptions and boxes. I would love to be a rep for one of these companies eventually, but that comes with time and viewers. Obviously these are businesses that want to make sure that, that people are seeing these things. So, having these subscription boxes to unbox and, products to show you guys or new books to show you, require money. And not that I don't have money, because I'm blessed that my husband and I both have very good jobs. But we've also made this mistake of kind of overextending ourselves, and we have very expensive car payments. So those take up a lot of our money. So it's just kind of making sure that I'm budgeting properly and taking care of our bills and things that we have to come first before things like subscription boxes. So trying to figure that out. And then, like I said, my goals for myself, for the channel, for, the things that I want to do in life, or the places that I hope to get. So I'm sure this has probably been rambling and hopefully it makes sense. But these are just my initial things that I've kind of realized about Booktube and about being on Booktube, and just all the other thoughts that it brings up and things that it kind of brings to the surface. And yeah, I hope this made sense. I hope it wasn't too rambly, and hope it wasn't boring. But yeah, let me know if you guys have had any of these thoughts, or what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Have you ever felt these things? What did you think when you started your channel, whenever that was? Let me know down below in the comments what you think. So I'll see you guys soon, and thanks for watching.